The Japan International Cooperation Agency expresses eagerness to resume Japanese-funded projects in Sri Lanka immediately. JICA's Senior Vice President for South Asia made this remark to the Sri Lankan delegation in the United States attending the World Bank IMF spring meetings. The Sri Lankan delegation also met other bilateral and multilateral partners on the sidelines of the meetings.
The Sri Lankan delegation met with co-chair of the Paris Club Secretariat William Roos on the sidelines of the World Bank International Monetary Fund spring meetings in Washington. During the meeting, discussions were held on the progress made so far on debt restructuring process and the important role played by the Paris Club. In another meeting, the Sri Lankan delegation met with Deputy Vice Minister for International Affairs of Japan Kentaro Ogata, who reaffirmed Japan's priority to assist Sri Lanka in the debt negotiation process. Meanwhile, Senior Vice President for South Asia of the Japan International Cooperation Agency Imoto Sachiko, who engaged in a discussion with the Sri Lankan delegation, reiterated Japan's commitment to support Sri Lanka's economic recovery. Sachiko expressed JICA's eagerness to resume Japan-funded development projects in Sri Lanka. In the meantime, the Sri Lankan delegation held discussions with President of the Asian Infrastructure Bank, Jin Lee Quinn. Discussions focused on how Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank and Sri Lanka could work closely in financing sustainable infrastructure development. In response, Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank assured their support to Sri Lanka to overcome the crisis. Meanwhile, discussions held with Deputy Minister of Finance of Brazil, Tatiana Rosito, focused on Sri Lanka's progress in implementing economic reforms and debt negotiations. The Deputy Minister of Finance, in response, expressed Brazil's utmost support for Sri Lanka's rapid recovery.